Hey, hello everybody. How goes it? Yeah, backlap, I know. Fuck you, Phoenix. Eat shit. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. So, how is everybody today? Is anyone hexed? No hexing. BC Winston, backlap. Let's see who else is hanging around here. Yeah, you guys. What's going on, fellas? Hey, Iman. How goes? Phoenix. So what is everyone up to today? Everyone in one piece, alive, living, you know, all the things that are, you know, healthy for people. Freelancer doing good. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Alright, yeah, I'll get that. Shut that down. Okay. So, I haven't touched my Chieftain for a little while. And so today I figure, you know what? Let's get this thing out of storage. And where is it? And I don't remember where I left off on the engineering on this thing. So I was like, yeah, maybe we should finish. And your yearly review. Well, was it a good review or was it a bad one? That's my next question. But since it's, you know, less stressful, I'm going to assume that it was a good one. That's an assumption, but yeah. Hey, Commander Zyth, how goes, man? And you know, I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. No, thank you for asking. Let's see. Switch one of these things out for a chaff launcher. This one probably. Funny because of PTSD and cockpit bed sores. Nah. Mostly good. Well, I mean that's better than all bad, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. So first things first, I actually need to take and get this thing cleaned up. So it's legal again. That is a thing that must happen. Now. Oh right. Okay, I remember what I was doing with this now. Gonna be doing any fighting today? I don't know. That's a good question. And I still have an enforcer cannon that needs modded. Yeah. Motherboard is on the way. Nice. Top-notch entertainment. Love watching before bed. Feels good, man? Alright, I'm gonna sell these. I think I'm gonna put APAs here instead. Keyword here is think. Yeah, I'm gonna put APAs on the two large slots. I'm gonna switch this one over to I think I'm gonna switch this one over to a multi-cannon. And now we wait. X470. I'm ultimately like this whole like Republic of Gamers and all that stuff. I don't really. Doesn't really offer much that the other ones don't. So let's see. Now, did I leave the APAs? Where did I leave my APAs? That's actually a really good question. What flippin' ship did I leave my APAs on? Well, what? I'm not quite sure I understand the question there. Nah, they're not on the Fer-de-Lance, other guy. They don't fit on the Fer-de-Lance. Yeah, the question is, which freaking ship did I put them on? Ah, okay. Yeah, I put them here on the Python. That's right. Well, a couple of them anyway. That quote, though, that is a good one. Budget of about 45 million and you'd love a bounty hunting ship. Side note, hate the Vulture. What hater are you talking about? As I said, like, I don't understand what you're getting at. Give him Nuke's name. Any? As far as I know, I don't have any. To be honest, I don't really care either. If they don't like me, that's fine. That's kind of their problem. That childhood? God, that... too long ago for me to even care. Okay, I stored those. Where did... yeah, oh, no, one too far. There we are. That one. Budget of 45 million, and you want a good bounty hunting ship. Well, that rules out the Fer-de-Lance and the Python straight away. You know, I'm not sure. I mean, the Federal Assault ship you could probably build for that. Drop ship. Either one of those would work. The Faz would be my favorite of the two. No, not the Dolphin. Not the Dolphin. You need more firepower than that. Okay. Those is roughly the same. Those will be good. Yeah. Alright. It should be good. Could try and make a bit more. Is the FDL worth it? Abso-freaking-lutely. You could... how much does this Chieftain cost, anyway? Let's see... rebuy cost of 4.1 mil. You might be able... keyword here is might be able to build a cheap Chieftain for that, but... I don't know. But yeah, FDL, if you can get up to about 95 million, you'll be able to put together a Fer-de-Lance that'll do you just fine. Hey, Nuke, how goes it, man? Okay, so let's see. Services. Ah, yep, Bunda. Here we are. And I believe it was one of the outposts last time. Yeah, this one. Alright, so we're going to go over there and we're going to clean this thing off of bounties real quick. And then we're going to start working on engineering with this thing. Because, yeah, it needs it. I have, one of the Enforcer cannons still needs engineered. The medium multi-cannon still needs engineered.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
And off we go. Haha! Also, let's make sure, yeah, fire groups are important. There we are, perfect. Okay. So, quick question for you guys. I've changed some of my stream settings a little bit. How are they looking? Does the stream look does it look any better than it used to, or is it about the same?
4,
Back and forth.
2, 1, engage.
Yeah. How's it look? 50 to 100 mil per hour. Anyone know where the missions are set? Honestly, I don't really know, because a lot of the stuff that used to work that was at that level of pay doesn't really work anymore.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks better. Alright. There is a passenger mission thing that could potentially give you a pretty decent payout. I don't remember what it's called. It's on Plater did a thing. Yeah, I saw it, Nuke. You could look up Plater Down to Earth Astronomy's channel. They both took a look at it not too long ago. Emergency passengers might get you a decent little bit though too. Did I get a new mic? No, I'm still using the same microphone. I've had this one for over a year and a half. It'll be coming up on 2 years before, just like 3 months from now, give or take, something like that. A-rated Chieftain is about 65 million and 75. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. It sounds better. Okay, thanks, Joey. That's what I needed to know. I'm maxed out on my bitrate. I can't go any higher because of bandwidth limitations. But okay, my next question would be is how artifacted is it getting? You say watchable but noticeable. The high action sequences. Well, I should say it's like the hyperspace jump is where it's most noticeable for me. Like how bad does that part get? Because that's what's gonna help me out. As I've changed its encoding sequence, I've changed its encoding settings just a little bit, so it's a little bit more. It's by far more demanding, but yeah. Aspect ratio is neither 16:9 or 16:10. Is that on purpose? Yes, and it's because I play in 21:9. I use an ultra-wide monitor. So for you guys to see what I see, the resolution has to match. Love to know what's your favorite thing to do in Elite, exploring combat trading. That's a good question. I mean, it kind of depends on my mood more than anything. Sometimes just having a chill day,
Docking request granted.
Exploring is, fine. Other days I like to shoot anything and everything that moves. Well, I don't know. I guess you could say I'm somewhat eclectic in, my daily, goings on with Elite.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, there we are.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, contacts, interstellar factors. There we go. That should... Yeah, alright. That should do it. Now... Okay. I'm gonna come in here into outfitting. And we're going to take a good look at this thing real quick, so I can figure out exactly what I need to do. What bitrate and encoder? I'm set on 3 megabits per second is my bitrate, so 3000 KB. And I'm using the X264 encoder with... I moved it from the very, very fast. I went 2 steps up to fast. As far as OBS settings goes. I might try using the medium preset next to see, depending on just how much of a load that puts out. Okay, so these efficient. Yeah, I'll probably leave the APAs untouched. And I definitely need to work on these guys. Yeah, because these aren't even grade 5. Alright. Have you ever gotten bored of the gameplay? Does it ever become too repetitive? Okay, if I'm answering honestly, that one was going to be yes. And the reason for that is because I tend to play for long periods of time. Just like I'll mainline this game for, you know, weeks at a time. And then by the end of it, I'm just like, ugh. You know, it's because I have a bad habit of turning everything into a grind when it doesn't need to be. So, and a lot of people in Elite suffer from that same problem. Low emissions. Alright, this is getting changed to armored. Probably armored 1, actually. Yeah, I'll even gain some power out of that. Let's see, the thrusters. Okay, so it has that, it just needs the special effect put on it. Which, yeah, we can do that later. The FSD, yeah, that'll be fine. Life support, I'll leave alone. Power distributor, okay. First things first. We're gonna hit that power distributor. Oh, which sumbitch is it? This guy. But yeah, people tend to turn things in this game into more of a grind than it needs to be, and even I'm guilty of that. So I find that if you just kind of take things from a somewhat more casual approach, you know, the quote-unquote grind is a lot more palatable. You know, not that grind should ever be palatable, and I'll never actually support that as gameplay, but it will at least help you with burnout. You know, that's how I look at it anyway. Dun da 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 da.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the reason for that is largely because I'm not a gigantic streamer. Like, let's be honest here, you know, my viewership isn't huge, right? So, you know, I actually have the ability to talk to you guys. Now, that said, even my busiest streams, I still make it a point to try and, you know, respond and talk to you guys as much as possible, because I mean, that's like the whole point of a stream to begin with, you know, is to be able to talk with your viewers and, you know, have a back and forth conversation, you know, interactivity, that kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy doing. Yeah, and I would be very sad if I, you know, lost that. As that is part and parcel of, you know, because kind of how I do things.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. Small streamers in general are underrated. You know, yeah, I can. Oh. Yeah, I get that. There are some small streamers out there that are actually really good at what they do, and they just don't have the recognition for it yet. And that kind of stinks, because there are some people out there that are great. And I would like to see them, you know, become more popular so they can do it full time. I would love to be able to do this, you know, full time without having to look at any other form of income. Just stream and talk with people and have a good time with games. That sounds, it'd be so much fun. We are a long ways away from that. Good long ways. Now, yeah, Joey, I actually was using the NVENC encoder before. And That wasn't because I needed to, though. The 1600X actually handles stream encoding quite well. I've just never actually bothered to mess with the encoder presets before. So, you know, as I start ticking it up, this is kind of uncharted territory because I haven't seen anyone, you know, I haven't seen any benchmarks out there, you know, for what the 1600X can do. At say like medium presets and above. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of sitting here like, do I try it? Do I not? Do I try it? Do I not? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Zyth, I'm just headed over to Word right now. I'm gonna head over to the Dweller. Nah, see, Nuke, that makes too much sense. Rational thought is that's not how we do things here. Besides, this thing's jump range actually isn't that bad. It's yeah, 23 and a half. Oh, yeah. Also, guys, I do have a little something here. If you do !interview, the bot will post a link to a Google form. As Frontier Developments has actually agreed to show up here for an interview at some point right around the release of the Q2 update. And I'm looking to you guys for suggestions, questions, and that kind of thing, and that's what the Google form is for. So you guys can use the form to fill out all kinds of questions. Exactly, Tato. Yeah, Truex, that's normally how I do it, is I'll just do the entire ship at one time. But yeah, the Chieftain is just not one that I ever got around to doing that on. Dun 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 da da da. All right. But yeah, we're looking to get this thing a better power distributor, because currently it is in 100% unengineered. At least the power distributor is. And there's other bits in this thing that need some attention as well. It's like, yeah. Might as well go ahead and do it, because I want to see, like, in my hands, what this thing can do when it is fully engineered, balls to the wall, etc., etc. Do I have any systems completely first discovered by me? Yes. Yes, I do. I have one bookmarked that it's a long ways away, but I took the time to scan every single planet in the whole thing, and there was a lot of them. I only stopped to scan them all because there was so many. Down we go. And yep. Well, that's nothing. The one that I stopped to scan, every single one of them has... It was 134 astronomical objects, and 80... It was like 80 something of them were scannable. It was pretty crazy. That's why I stopped, because it was such an enormous amount that I couldn't possibly, you know, just leave it. Yeah, it is a big one.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Green
Power
light
distributor. Charge enhanced. Oh, really? I'm out of specialized legacy firmware. Out of all things, I'm out of that in SIF. Okay. Well, at least that stuff is grade 1. And I'll be able to fetch some of that pretty easily. Now, let's see. I know it's out this way somewhere. It might be this one. Maybe. Come on, thing. Yeah, here it is. This is the entire system, the whole thing. Got my name everywhere. Yeah, so this is the biggest system that I've ever found. Oh, yeah. Dun, da, 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 da. Look at this thing. Anyway, moving right along. There's that one, and then there is... Oh, let's see. Let's see if I can find it again. Ah, this one. This one... There's not many here, but most planetary nebulas, slash stellar remnants like this have been tagged. I managed to find this one and tag its central black hole before anybody else. Feels good, man. Don't have a ship fit for exploring, mainly just sit around nav beacons. Well, I mean, nav beacon's a good place to start out. You could... you could potentially do better moving to a what's it? Resource extraction site. There we go. Mine completely blanked out there for a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna look up where the nearest material traders are here. 'Cause yeah. Alright, material traders. I am in Word dog. No, I'm never gonna say that again. Let's see. Alright, this is the nearest one for encoded. And I'm gonna check and make sure that I just see what else I need. Okay, yeah, so that there's a specialized legacy grid resistors. Yes, I've heard of Warframe. I have played it in the past, but I haven't touched it for quite a while. Okay, so here's what I need. I'm just making a note of this real quick. Grid resistors and SIF. Okay, 2 of those I can get at the same place. The other one, I'll just look a little bit later. But yeah, I have played Warframe before. I just haven't touched it for a long time. I don't even think I have it installed right now. And that's because that game actually, it gives me a headache. There we go. It gives me a headache, actually. I am at a loss to explain why, but I can't actually play for more than about 30-40 minutes at a time, or I start getting like it's a pretty massive headache too. I don't know why. It's the only game that's ever that has ever done that to me, so I don't get it. But It is what it is, I suppose. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So yeah, guys, make sure that you guys, if you have questions for Frontier, make sure that you get them, submitted on that sheet, and I will be going through them all, before the interview actually happens, and we're gonna find the ones that I can actually get away with using. And yeah. So I don't actually know precisely when that's gonna happen just yet. Once they actually announce when, the Q2 update is going live, I will have a better idea of when this is gonna go down. Oh yeah, I've heard of Fortnite. Personally, I don't like Fortnite. Yeah, I'm gonna say at this point it's kind of like, who hasn't heard of, Fortnite's Battle Royale? Yeah, I am not a fan though. I much prefer PUBG, even with some of PUBG's wonky problems. Yeah, Joey, pretty much, yeah. Da 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 da. Oh, right. Too realistic? No, it's not. It's not realistic in the least. Are you kidding? But the only thing realistic about it is the way that, it sounds realistic. That's about it. Yeah, Fortnite is... A lot of other people, like being able to do round after round, like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I don't. I much prefer having matches last a little longer. Otherwise, you spend half your time at the freaking, waiting screen, no matchmaking. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather be in the game. People are too competitive in Fortnite. Well, it's because it's such a big game and it has such a large, esports style following, etc., etc. So, like, I kind of get why, why people treat it, competitive. And yeah, there is a quote-unquote esports thing for PUBG too, but I don't know. It feels different for some reason, at least from where I sit. I don't know why. Dun, da, 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 da. Because you are innocent. I don't know. I just haven't got around to changing any of it. Yeah, Joey, there's room on the form for 6 questions, so go for it.
Landing gear deployed. There's room on the form for 6 questions, and you should be able to fill it out more than once, I think. Keyword here is think. Yeah. See, another thing with Fortnite, though, is that the loot is even worse than it is in PUBG. And Yeah. I'm not real keen on that. Okay, let's see. Specialized legacy firmware. Oh, good lord, that'll keep me good on, for a while. Alright, what do I even have? I don't even have that much data anymore. Damn. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, you know what? I don't even think I use those. I enjoy Fortnite. Really, Innocent? Have you even played PUBG for a while? It's very different than it was. Divergent scan data. Yeah, see, I don't think I ever really use these. It's not that I can think of. What else? Unexpected emission data. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get a bunch of materials, scan data and stuff like that. Okay, so there's that now. We need grid resistors. And where that's manufactured. It should be. Yes, I'm using Inara to help me out with this. Because, yeah, I don't have data for a lot of these places. Yeah, this spot. At least I think it's that one. Yes, it is that one. Perfect. Off we go. Forwards, Buttercup. There's fuckery to spread.
Landing gear retracted.
After this thing gets engineered. And then we'll see what this thing can really do. Dun da da da.
4, 3, 2.
Oh yeah.
Engage.
And actually, you know what? Here's another question. What ship should I turn into a combat ship next? Like one that's not designed for it. Because I've done the hauler. You guys know, you guys have seen what I've done with the Sidewinder before. Which one is next? Which one should I do next? Ask Scout. I've messed with the Scout before, and it's, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Orca? Why? Turn the Orca into a killer whale? You only want to see me fly an Orca because you know I hate them. Beluga? I can actually do it with the Beluga. I've done it before. Dolphin, Adder. Combat. The Adder, it's kind of like, it's like the van. It's like the soccer mom van. Oh, I know. I am well aware of what the Orca is capable of doing. What's my least favorite ship? The Orca and the Beluga. Well, the Beluga more so than the Orca. I feel, I especially feel that the Beluga has a lot of wasted potential. Just because of some of the choices they made with its optional internals. At her combat minivan. Yes. Maybe I'll reuse my my Spaceballs thumbnail for that one. Oh, yeah, way too fast. Ah! Not favorite ship. I don't know. I don't really have one favorite. I mean, different ships are kind of good at different things. And some of them are enjoyable to fly sometimes, and other times not at all. No, that's a tough one. Yeah. Take the adder into an 800 millisecond speed, meters per second speeder. I think we can do that. I mean, why not, right? Everyone needs a stupid fast minivan.
Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure. Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 08.
Landing gear deployed.
Dun 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 dun. And that's like, I don't know, does anyone else? Okay, so an 800 meter a second adder. And that feels like you're taking like a Volkswagen Beetle and turning it into a drag car.
300 meters from touchdown.
Like you're full on running it on nitro meth and everything. Oh, nitro meth smells funny.
Welcome to our starboard, Commander.
Dun 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 dun. Contacts, material trader. All right, well, it was grid resistors. These guys. It says I have two. Oh well. Am I sure that I wrote that down right? I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute. Because now we're going back to Word. Stupid fast maneuvers in an adder or a hauler. Yeah, see, I could believe that though, because they're both pretty... They're pretty nippy. The hauler especially is a lot quicker than I would have thought. It really is a nippy little sumbitch. And then if you guys remember, about this time last year,
Landing gear retracted.
I was talking a little bit about the, you know, the what was at the time known as the Galactic Broadcasting Corporation. Basically, the version of Sagittarius I that never got off the ground. But we were looking at using adders for, you know, news vans, etc., etc. I even engineered one just for that purpose, and it's surprising, you know, even back then, you know, with mild engineering in comparison as far as, you know, the thrusters goes, about like just how quick those things really are. Yeah, good maneuverable combat ship. Federal Assault Ship, FDL, Vulture. Those are the first ones that come to mind. The Clipper, not as maneuverable, but it will do just fine. and it's rather large.
No scoping complete.
That's really the Clipper's only real downside, is that it's pretty big. It makes it really easy to hit, even for NPCs. I mean, yeah, the Chieftain is pretty maneuverable. It is very drifty, though. So if you know how to handle the drift, it works just fine. That's the only caveat to that. Yeah, the Clipper's hardpoint placement is not very good, but if you're using gimbaled weapons, it really doesn't matter. Any more news on the crate? Unfortunately, no, not yet. I really am, just like I've been saying this for a while, I'm pretty sure the crate's going to come with quarter 2. You know, exactly when inside of the quarter 2 update is up for debate, but I'm fairly certain it will be the quarter 2 update. If it's not, and they want to make us wait till the quarter 3 one, I'm going to be very disappointed. I want to fly that thing. True for the drift. Coming from the big ships, it's not a problem. That's another thing. The big ships don't really drift that much. At least not like you'd think, unless it's the cutter. Good lord, that thing has got more drift than Tokyo. That being said, the Conda doesn't actually drift that much. The Corvette even less so. That's the one thing that the Corvette has over the Conda is it is a bit more maneuverable and responds a little bit better to its maneuvering thrusters. Yeah, I know, Innocent, I was thinking the same thing. Another 6 questions submitted. Well, Joey, as I said, I'm going to be going through all of the questions, and I'm going to be picking out a mix of the ones that I think I can get away with. And yeah, I'm going to be putting in a couple of hard ones though too, because yeah, there's still a lot of things that I would like to know about, and I'm sure someone out there is going to ask the same questions that I'm thinking of. So yeah, there'll be hopefully plenty of time for questions. Again, I'll figure out like just how long the interview is going to last, etc., etc. You know, when it's going to happen, all that stuff. You know, once they actually announce when quarter 2 is releasing. Because I was just talking with Will, morning time for me, afternoon for them, and he was saying, once we get that figured out, when quarter 2 is actually coming out, we'll revisit it and decide on a time.
Docking procedure complete.
Okay, so that should be everything I need to get this thing going. Is it possible to get into the unknown permit lock systems? No, it is not. At least not right now. And da-da-da. Which, actually, now that I think about it, kind of sucks. No, Joey, that should be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Ah, chemical manipulators. That's another one I need. That's fine. We'll get this thing at least part of the way through grade 4. That'll be a massive improvement. Good lord. Yeah, that'll be a pretty massive improvement over the base anyway. So, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Chem mans. Do I even have anything that I can trade much of for those? I don't know. You'd love to get close to one of the cool nebulas. Get you a ship that has halfway decent jump range and then just kind of go. There's a lot of interesting nebulas that aren't even that far away. As a matter of fact, let's hop into the galaxy map real quick. there's, you know, the California Nebula over here. Yeah, it's not that far. Let's see. Yeah, see, look at these guys. You know, there's only, you know, not even quite 1,000 light years away. It's pretty close. You know, the Pleiades is just down here. No, come on. Stop it, thing. Let's see, then there's Witchhead Nebula out here. Barnard's Loop, Horsehead, Orion, and Running Man. Although when you come out this way, you do have to be a little bit more careful because there's a lot of, you know, permit lock stuff out this direction. Let's see. And then out this direction, you know, definitely farther out, that's for sure. But nonetheless, still pretty awesome. There's going to be Elephant's Trunk, and that's only 2,600 light years away. There's Elephant's Trunk, then there's... Here we go. This is actually one of my favorite ones that I actually haven't been to yet. It's NGC 7822. This one, this is a good one to come out to. You know, 2,700 light years out. It doesn't take very long to get there. And yeah, it's a good place to come visit. No, this is one that you should definitely go to at some point. And you're gonna have to get the 5,000 light year thing anyway to, you know, to unlock Palin for engineering later on. So yeah, you might as well head out that way. And if you're anywhere inside the bubble, it doesn't really matter which, you know, which direction you go. The bubble's not big enough for it to matter. Okay. Now, we're gonna return to outfitting real quick. As the power distributor, that's good enough for now. Yeah, see, the 7822, it's such an awesome place, and you can see it from a long ways away because it's it has a super bright formation of stars, and you'll see it from a long ways off, and it will catch your eye, and you'll be sitting here going, what the unholy hell is that? Yeah, it's yeah, it is well worth it. Well worth it. Hull reinforcements. Let's see, the shield is unmodified still. I could fix that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more modified embedded firmware for that. Shield boosters. You know what? Let's do shield boosters, because why not? Nope, this one. Da 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 da. Dee Dee, help me out here. Leasty, not even that far away. Nice. Safe, quote unquote, safer going towards the core. There are more deep space stations. Yeah, that's true. You can definitely, especially if you're headed like, you know, the general Colonia direction, there's there's a whole mess of outposts in between the bubble and Colonia. So it's not actually that hard to stop somewhere and repair if you accidentally boo-boo yourself somewhere along the way. What ship could you mod for good jump range? 45 million. You know, for that you could build either an Asp Explorer or a Diamondback Explorer. Either one will actually be more than sufficient, like hands down. Oh yeah, that already recharges a heck of a lot faster. Oh, yes. We are not even maxed out yet either. Dun da 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 da. But yeah, the Diamondback Explorer you can actually do for relatively cheap. The Diamondback Explorer is the cheaper one. You should be able to build one of those for like 10 mil? Maybe not even that. Depends on how you outfit it, but yeah, you can definitely get away with a DBX for, you know, a pretty reasonable price. They're well worth the investment. Fun fact, the Diamondback Explorer is actually the third ship that I ever owned in Elite. I went from a Sidewinder to the Viper 3, and then from the Viper 3 to the Diamondback Explorer. And yeah, I used the DBX as a combat ship, actually, when I first got it. But then I started looking into it a little bit more, and I was impressed with the jump range that it was getting. So I took it out on a couple of really short exploration stints. And, you know, I only went like, I don't know, maybe like I'm right about 1,000 light years out from the bubble. I think I went to the Colsac region, if I remember right. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. You know, it's a fun little ship. I really do enjoy it. Currently building an AX Imperial Eagle. But it only has one hardpoint that you can use for anti-Xeno stuff, though. You don't think you've ever gone more than about 100 light years away? I mean, yeah, some people just don't like to go out very far. I mean, which is fine. You know, the one thing with the engineers, though, is that it will force you into areas of the game that you may not necessarily have touched, you know, if it wasn't for them. So, you know, stuff like, you know, like going out 5,000 light years away from your starting location, you know, mining for Selene Gene, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, there you go. Backlap's got it. You know, 10.5 million for a Diamondback exploration fit Diamondback with shields and SRV. Hey, Varangian Vanguard, what's up, man? What's for dinner? I don't know, actually.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm actually kind of hungry myself, and I'm actually a little broke right now, though, too. Yeah, the mining was bad, though, Freelancer. Good lord. The Selene Gene stuff? No, sir. Nope, not for me. I hate mining. I hate it so much. Yeah, you know, okay, the thing with mining and me, it's... I don't know, I just don't find it that interesting. It's relaxing, but it's also very frustrating. Especially if you're looking for something in particular because, you know, you need it. It'll drive you up the friggin' wall. 2K monitor broke. Feels bad, man. Love to go out, but for some reason you're scared of neutron stars. Well, the thing is though, like, you don't have to use the neutrons or anything like that. You can explore without them, you know, quite easily. Long distance trade missions. That would, I don't know. I never really bothered much with trade. Yeah, the white dwarfs are the scarier ones. I'm not even sure why that is, but yeah.
4, 3,
Yeah, for me it was the Paynite that got me. And the reason for that was I spent like 8 hours in the ring system, in a pristine metallic ring, you know, where there's supposed to be Paynite everywhere.
And that entire time, in 8 hours, I got a whopping 2 tons worth of paintite. And that was all I managed to get. I was like, this is gonna take forever. Then I had 2 friends show up in system, and they went looking for paintite, not even that far away from where I was. And they found 40 tons inside of like 20 minutes. I was so mad. Is there a filter to remove non-scoopables? Yes, there is. Once I get docked up down here, I will show you all of the filters that you can use. There is a star class filter, and you can use it to filter out all of the non-scoopables. So yeah, Freelancer's got it there. You can use that. So OBAF KGM, which, OB a fine girl, kiss me. Or you can use KGB foam. I use KGB. Hey DP, what's going on, man? I love the Chieftain. It's just been a while since I've flown it. Yeah, back. Is it really backlap? If that's actually what it's called, that's pretty funny. All right, down we go.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh yeah, we're going a little quick. Slow down. Come back.
Hull integrity compromised.
Really? I wasn't even going that fast. That's confusing. Oh well, we're actually not that far away. Yeah, I'm gonna turn flight assist off. But isn't he got smacked in PvP by a wing of Chieftains? Yeah, see, Chieftains, they're nothing to be scoffed at. They're quick. I mean, they're decently fast. They handle pretty well, and their hardpoint layout, like, they're really good for fixed weapons. But I was a little dubious of, say, like, the class choices. With 3 class 1s, I was like, what is this nonsense? But actually having used it, the 2 larges, 3 smalls, and 1 medium actually works out better than I thought. A lot better than I thought, actually. There we are. Yeah, see? I knew we weren't that far. There's 60 kilometers. Turn off flight assist. And just point yourself kind of downwards. And it's no problem.
Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing.
Da 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 da. And bingo.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed
there it is.
to landing pad 07.
You guys were in vultures? How many? Okay, so what was the numeric like? What was the numerics like? Was it, 2 or 3 of you versus 4 of them, or what kind of stuff you looking at? Would I PvP in a Chieftain? Absolutely. Like, its canopy is nowhere near as weak as it used to be because they fixed the hitbox on it. And yeah, it is a fun ship to fly. Three vultures versus 4 chieftains. That's actually a little... That's actually a little unfair. Let's see. Thermal resist shields. That's what we're gonna do here.
Watched a video on a guy hyperspacing to a white dwarf. I mean, to be honest, like the white dwarfs are not that scary. At least not to me. Oh, for Christ's sake, come on. Oh, good enough. I'm not gonna bother going past that. Alright, experimentals. Fast charge. And back shield boosters. Do I even have the stuff to do resistance augments on these? Oh, barely. Conductive components. Ah! Dadgummit. Alright. I'm gonna need more conductive components. Luckily it's only a grade 2 thing. Conductive ceramics. Yeah, I'm just running low on materials all around, so yeah, I know what I'm gonna end up doing. Focus crystals, imperial shielding. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go material gathering at some point. Pacifiers. You know, pacifiers are actually not that bad. As far as frag cannons go, anyway. Alright, so, yeah, that's about all I'm gonna get out of the shields on this thing for now. Until I get better, you know, better stock of materials. But that does bring its resistances up to, you know, at least positive values across the board. That's good. That is actually, that's really good. Okay, now. I've actually seen the pacifiers at work. Again, being outfitted on an Anaconda of all things. How would I outfit a Chieftain for PvP? Kind of like I already have it, actually. You know, the APAs in the large slots. I don't know if I would stick with multi-cannons in these, though. I might switch those over to something else. I just don't know what. Actually, a really good question. I'll have to think about that. The APAs is kind of a given. You know, either regular plasma or APAs, one of the two. And yeah, I just don't know about the rest of it. I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, see, these are all modded, but how far did I take them? They're all at grade 5. They could be better, but they're not that bad. That one, yeah, that one could be better. Oh, damn it. I meant to click on core. Ah! Ooh, I haven't touched. No. Yeah, I haven't touched this. Alright, so it looks like maybe that's next on the list. What experimental on APAs? One of them is target lock breaker. The other one would be dispersal field. Yeah, see, one here is dispersal. And that's because it's basically like built-in chaff. So even if you're not carrying a chaff launcher, or if you run out of ammo, you'll at least be able to use, you know, dispersal field to at least temporarily confuse your opponent's weapons, assuming they're running turrets or gimbals. If it's running fixed, it's not going to do anything. The other one is target lock breaker, and yeah, I mean, that one's kind of self-explanatory, really. But I'll be keeping this one under the legacy system because it does have slightly better armor pen. And I don't know, I'll have to do a comparison before and after. you know, with the old system versus new to see if this is, if it's worth changing this one over to the new system. I just don't know. Okay, so there's that. Chaff launcher. I don't even know if I'm going to touch the chaff launcher. Well, I probably should, but for the life of me, I can't remember who actually does those. Who does chaff launchers? Does anyone remember? Dun 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 dun. I'm using a lot of legacy stuff on this thing right now, DP. So right now, wait, no, this one. Okay, so right now, armor health as it stands right now with the armor itself is still unmodified. So I'm sitting at 3,419, you know, as far as hull health is concerned. 318 megajoules worth of shields. Yeah, with 41.5% kinetic resistance, 26.8 thermal, 56.5 explosive. So shield resist are still kind of yucky, but working on that one. Yeah. Hull resists are actually better than I thought they'd be. Kinetic resistance on hull is up to 37.7, thermal is up to 42.5, and explosive is 33.9. Now, that stuff will improve after I get, this stuff will improve after I get, the hull stuff switched over to the new system. Is it Ramta? Honestly, I do have him unlocked. He's a little ways away. Let's go out there. Ramta. Yeah, let's come out to Ramta. Let's see if there's anything else that I can get done while I'm out there. Yeah, I'm just gonna occupy my time basically just by jumping around and getting done what needs done. No, right now it's just regular military armor. I haven't, you know, put on like, you know, reactive or mirrored or none of that stuff. It's just military armor and a bunch of hull reinforcements. At least, as I said, at the moment. That will change. I don't know if I'm going to end up moving it over to reactive with thermal mod, or if I'm going to stick with military. I'm just not sure. Military armor is cheaper, and with the number of hull reinforcements that I have in this thing, I'm not actually sure that I'd get much benefit out of switching, you know, to the reactive, you know, for the resistances anyway. I don't know. There's going to be some math involved with that one, because I don't actually, you know what, another question is I don't remember if hull suffers from diminishing returns like shields does as far as resistances. That's another good question. Oh yeah, the reactive stuff, it works really, really well if you've got, especially if your opponents are working, you know, with a lot of kinetic weapons. Reactive armor is a godsend. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some math on that one because I'm just not sure.
Okay, what is going on with this? Packhounds with drag. You know, packhounds are so annoying.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Engage.
Oh my god, are they annoying. Now, the reason I say that though is because you can't counter them, you know, unless you have ECM. I think that's really the only thing that works. But nobody carries it. And it's because the ECM is only temporary anyway. Like you use it. Yeah, see, nobody uses ECM. It's only temporary, and even then, it's kind of like,
Temperature critical.
you know, a crapshoot. You know, is it actually going to work or is it not? Because after it runs out, you know, the damn thing can still turn back around and target you again. So it's like, well, what the hell? Why does it even matter? Like, why bother? You might as well just stick point defense all over the thing. All right, Backlap, we'll see you later, man. Take it easy. Yeah, you might as well just stick point defense all over it and hope that, you know, it takes out enough to do something. But, yeah. Ugh. It's nice when mining to get rid of hatch breakers. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, but like as far as an actual combat use though, I just don't see it working. Dun 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 da la la da da. Oh man. Also, another thing that's going to happen is I'm actually going to be reworking
4, 3,
my
1. Engage.
bedroom slash office, because like, let's be honest, they're one and the same at some point. Because yeah, right now this room is not set up properly for a lot of the stuff that I want to be able to do. Is, you know, like I'm kind of like mid-process through doing, you know, the headset review that I'm supposed to be doing for Lucid Sound, and I'm finding out that this room is ill-suited in its current configuration to, you know, to B-roll shots and camera angles and that kind of thing. It's very frustrating. No, this whole room is going to need to be reworked, and I need to figure out if I need to keep, if I'm even going to keep some of this furniture that I'm using.
3, 2, 1.
I hope people are submitting lots of questions. There's been a few. I'm not quite sure how many, but yeah. I'll probably pull that up here in a little bit.
Warning, temperature critical.
Wow.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Social hazard. What is this build for? general skullduggery. That's how I'm going to word it. Now, what that actually means is that it is for shooty shooty pew pew, but at the same time, like, it will be PvP capable-ish, while still being decently well suited for PvE. As I treat PvE and PvP almost the same anyway. No, my weapons loadouts between them are pretty much identical.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh yeah. Time for you to hop off, Nick. All right, man. Take it easy. And yeah. All right, start class. Yeah, except for I need one that's relatively close by that I can scoop from. Like you, for instance. Yeah, Snook is right. Please do hit that like button. Yeah, it actually does help me out quite a bit as a streamer. Makes the stream more visible on YouTube and it sends out more notifications and that kind of thing. Which, judging by the current analytics for this, not that many notifications actually went out. Never saw any vid with me and Yemix. The Clipper review. The review he did of the Imperial Clipper had both of us in it. And he and I've been on some of his streams whenever whenever he does stream. I just kind of drop in on him because it's fun. And I actually met him face to face not that long ago at PAX East, actually. Yeah. He's a fun guy. And yeah, that's just my phone being plugged in. Yes, I know thing. All right, come on, you scoop faster. Must scoop faster. Do it. Oh, at PAX. Yeah, I have all the footage for, to put together the vlog for that. It is unfortunately not going to be as comprehensive as I was hoping for. But yeah, I just didn't get enough. My popping SCBs? Nope, no SCBs. I didn't actually get as much footage as I was hoping. At PAX East and Frontier Meet and that kind of stuff. So, when I was out there, I thought I had enough, but apparently not. So, I'll put together something. I just don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as I was hoping for. Hey, DNFX, what's going on, man? What are you up to? No, Pro Rock, we're not going to Beagle. This particular Chieftain is getting engineering upgrades specifically for combat this time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Getting shots where the mag had to fly up. Yucky. Joey, that's fine. That's fine. Like, as you guys come up with questions for the interview, just throw them on the forum. And then, as I said, I'll be going through them and getting, all the good ones that I can, assuming I have time for them all. And yeah, again, we'll see. We'll see. You know how many I can get through, but
4,
the more questions I have to pick from, the better.
1. Engage.
Chieftain love? I know. Chieftain is a fun little ship, I'm not gonna lie. Well, little. It's actually, like, if we had one, like, say, IRL, it would actually be really quite large. Two shield boosters, 1 chaff, 1 point defense.
Fuel scooping complete.
All right, DN, we'll see you in a bit, man. I think it's larger than a 747. I don't think it is that large, but then again, I don't really remember how long the 747 is though either. That's another one. How long is it? The Chieftain's what? 74 meters long? Something like that? I don't know, I'll have to look that one up again. I want to say it's right around 70 meters long. Yeah, honestly, you know what? I'll have to look that up because now I'm curious. The 747 is awfully large, but the Chieftain might actually be bigger. Hopefully by a fairly wide margin too. Because otherwise I'm gonna start wondering how in the hell they got all this tech fitted, you know, in this thing. Unless they're really good at miniaturizing it all. If the Chieftain's larger than 747, what's the cutter? The cutter is like the size of a small aircraft carrier. DP, that kind of depends. It's really, the point defense is really useful against normal seekers and against dumbfires. Useless against what's it? Packhounds. Yeah. Useless against packhounds, but you know, decently well, you know, does decently well for the others. But it doesn't really need another shield booster though either. Like this thing's lifeblood is, you know, bi-weaves and, you know, its recharge rate. I don't think that having more megajoules on it is really going to do this thing much of a, you know, any real favors. Because when the shields break, you don't want the, you know, you don't want the regen time on the broken shields to be all that long. Oh, which is why I'm only running 2 boosters. It's kind of like the Faz in that regard, the Faz and the Clipper, where you don't want the shields to be down for all that long, because the longer they're down, the more vulnerable your hull is to things like dumbfires, seekers, that kind of thing. You know, so then, you know, your modules start taking damage when they don't really need to, etc., etc. Yeah, the more shield boosters you have on there, the longer it's going to take for your shields to come back up. Because the regen rate changes depending, well, the rate doesn't change, but how long it takes to regenerate changes based on, you know, how many megajoules your shield has, you know, as far as strength, including the boosters. Which is why you'll see, you know, people that have, you know, shields that don't recharge very quickly, you'll see them, you know, when their shields go down, you'll see them come over here, find their shield boosters, and then turn them off so their shields regen quicker. And then once the shields come back on, they'll turn those boosters back on. Hey, Spider Gray, what's going on, man? Dun, 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 la, 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 la.
So I can actually demonstrate that real quick.
Lincoln, Oscar, X-ray, Yankee, flight control.
I'll just come to a stop right here.
Commander, request docking permission.
Okay,
if
so
you wish to land.
we're gonna turn my shields off, right? And I'm gonna put 4 pips into that so you guys can see just how quick this regenerates. So the bi-weave shields, this is a class 6 bi-weave shield with 317 megajoules. Okay. Now with both shield boosters on, I'm gonna get a stopwatch out here real quick. Clock, stopwatch. Okay. When this thing starts regenerating, I'm gonna use my phone as a stopwatch here. So when this thing starts to actually regenerate, I will hit the button and we're gonna see how long it takes to regenerate with the shield boosters active and then with the shield boosters off. All right, we can see it is not yet ready to start, but it'll be coming up here pretty quick. All right, so you can see it's regenerating now. You can see its progress. And wow.
Shields online.
All right, so it took about 16.5 seconds for it to regenerate its shields with the shield boosters active. Now we're going to turn those off.
Shields offline.
All right, and reset the timer. Now with the shield boosters off, we're going to do the same thing again. All right, shield is back on. Waiting for the regen to start, and then I will time it and we'll see what the difference is between the two. You can already tell it's going faster.
Shields online.
12 seconds. So 16.5 seconds down to 12 seconds. That's the difference between. And that's just with 2 boosters. So if you were to start adding more boosters on there, the time that would it actually take to regen your shields is going to start going up.
Clearance granted.
And that's because without...
02.
Okay, so let's see. With the shield boosters turned off, this thing has 227 megajoules worth of shields, you know, versus the, what was it, 317 or 307? So that's the difference in regen. Yeah, it comes down by about 1/4 because it only has about 1/4 the same, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's as noticeable when you have shields in the 4 digits as well. It is, yes. The larger class shields, say like this class 7 and class 8, especially if you're running bi-weaves, their regen rates are really, really high. And so even with those, you'll notice.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
Makes sense, just never thought about it. Yeah, see, it's something that a lot of people... Well, not necessarily a lot of people, but it is kind of a... How should I put it? Not a very well-known thing, really. We're using scrap to upgrade a chaff launcher. Feels weird, man. Ta-da! Alright, actually, let's look at the point defense. What, you can mod point defense? I didn't realize you could mod point defense. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Because why not? Yeah, exactly. You see, the difference between is pretty extreme. Like a lot more so than, you know, than you'd think. Dun 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 dun. Man, this thing's gonna have all the integrity for freaking point defense module. Holy shit. There we go. It has over 100 integrity for a point defense module. That's crazy. I mean, not that it's really gonna mean much, I mean, but I guess if my shields are down, it'll help it stay alive longer. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. Alright. I don't know why I wasted my time with the point defense, but whatever. Celine Jean, that's the next one. I don't even know if I have the materials, but we'll go out there anyway. Because why not? That's only 10 jumps. That's actually not too far. All right. What brings in more credits? Earth likes or high metal contents?
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
I think Earth likes pay out an awful lot. High metal contents are high metal contents pay out a decent bit, but it's the terraformable ones that are going to get you the most.
Flight control now offline.
I mean, terraformable high metals and earth likes and terraformable water worlds. Those are the three that you need to look for, because they pay out those three pay out a lot. And neutron stars pay out pretty good. Yeah, neutrons. I can't remember if black holes pay out all that well. No, the figures have changed, but yeah, you can get some pretty good amounts out of the Earth likes, terraformable high metals, terraformable waters. Those three in particular seem to pay out an awful lot. In the hundreds of thousands for just one. Hey, DP! I see the message. I'm just waiting for the notification to come up. There it goes. Hey, DP, appreciate that, man. Yeah, black holes do pay pretty, at least, yeah. Hey, no problem, man. No problem at all. Chop Topper, no problem, man. I should probably do build videos and some other stuff like that, because, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know. I have a lot of good ideas, I just don't share them enough. That's why I don't share them enough. I should share more. But yeah, other stuff like that, feel free to ask me, guys, because, yeah. You're the guy who has nothing better to do with his time some days than to fight a Beagle Point, so. Effigy feels bad, man. Earthlike is below 750k, yeah. Yes, do build videos. Alright, alright, alright. Need to work on your Fer-de-Lance, you're terrible at. Okay, my question is what do you mean by terrible with that ship? Do you mean that you're just not used to the way it handles? And you feel like you get hung up? Because, you know, the FDL does have that really bad hang up You know, where, you know, if you're not using flight assist, where, you know, you boost and you turn around and then like the boost runs out and then it almost gets stuck. It'll just be like, and then it'll start turning again after a little bit. Is that what you're talking about? I can teach people how to deal with that. And yeah, pit management is a pretty big part of the FDL.
2, 1, engage.
FA off or die. You know, it doesn't have to be that way though. You know, the reason I say that is because most of the time I fly my FDL FA on. You know, I only toggle it off every once in a while. And I don't necessarily need to, but it does, like, it will give you the edge sometimes where you might otherwise not have it. That's about the only thing I can think of where, you know, FA off would be 100% necessary. At least when it comes to, you know, PvE, Haz-Res type stuff, that kind of thing. You know, PvP, it's a little bit different. You'll find me using FA off a little bit more, because you're gonna have to have the edge there no matter what you do. Still trying to learn the FDL stalling. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so maybe I need to do a little... Maybe I need to see if I can put together like a little tutorial on how to avoid the FDL stall. Is one of the things with the FDL though, is that people like, and even I am guilty of this, people like to boost around way too much. The ship is plenty fast without having to boost around most of the time. Oh, even I am guilty of sometimes, yeah, just abusing the boost a little bit too much. BC Winston, never owned an FDL. Really? Well, I would call that sacrilege, but, you know, personal opinion. Now, I do love me, you know, some FDL action, but... Efforty. We started to strafe more. Strafing is good. Going side to side is actually one of the best ways to avoid fire, especially from NPCs. For whatever reason, NPCs have a harder time with horizontal movement than they do vertical. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just a fault in the way the AI was programmed. But they do have a bit harder time, you know, with horizontal side-to-side movement. And players especially have a more difficult time with horizontal movement. It's interesting how that works. It's also important to know, like, how, like which way your opponent is oriented. So, say for instance, you know, you're facing at your guy, you know, and you both are, you know, level with each other, and, you know, you're turn fighting and, you know, orbiting each other like this here, right? Well, okay, yeah, that works, but you're gonna pitch fight, right? Okay, so then one of you, one of you, instead of, you know, pitching, decides he's going to go sideways. Well, that lateral, you know, yaw movement is difficult to correct for. But if you have a smart opponent, they will simply turn on their side and turn their yaw into pitch and then follow you that way. So you have to watch your opponent's orientation and see which way they're going, you know, versus you, and then you can, you know, adjust your vector accordingly so that your side-to-side lateral movement becomes their yaw, you know, and then every time they move to match, you know, you just move it again and again and again. The NPCs aren't that smart, but the pro-level PvP players are. Effigy, which 7 people haven't yet pressed the like button. Come on, own up. In that case, I would appreciate it if those of you who are watching are even mildly entertained or find, you know, my ramblings even halfway informative. If you would just go ahead and tap that like button for me. That actually does help me out quite a bit. And yeah, it's free. It helps me out a lot. It makes the stream a lot more visible on YouTube, and just generally is nice to have. And also feel free to say hello in the YouTube chat. I know not everyone likes to make themselves known in the YouTube chat, but if there are, you know, some people that would like to get involved in the conversation, feel free to step in. We don't bite, I promise. And if we do, it's only a nibble. And also, if you want to hang out with some of the people, and including myself, that are around for the streams and in the YouTube chat, you can do !Discord in the YouTube chat, and my bot will post a link to the Zencast Discord. And you can hang out with, yeah, a lot of people. We have, I don't know, last time we had a little over 800 people in the Zencast Discord, last time I looked. Let me, how many is it now? Yeah, 844 is what we've got in there now. Efforty. Wow. All right. No. Don't. It's not a crusade, fellas. Yeah, there should be... It should be, what is it? It's in the Elite Exploration channel, I think. I don't check that specific channel as often as I probably should. So, yeah, that's my bad. I can't control what you do. All I can say is I don't officially, quote unquote, endorse said action. Cheers from Eastern Colorado. Hey. Nice to see there's at least a couple other Midwestern people around here. Yeah, good to see, man. Yeah, I live over just a little ways east of Topeka in Kansas, so. So what's the Oxy mission today? We're just engineering this Chieftain a little bit. You know, doing what I have the materials for. That kind of thing. And it's also letting me know that I need to do some material hunting and stocking up, because I'm running kind of low on certain things. Went to school in Hayes for 5 years. Nice. Yeah, so we're doing some engineering. We're getting this thing, you know, closer to being up to snuff. No, yeah. Because I haven't actually flown it for a good little while now, actually. Yeah. So I figure now is as good a time as any. because I want to fly the Chieftain more often. I just, you know, for obvious reasons, have been a little preoccupied. All right. So who else from around here? You know, who is there anyone else that's watching the stream right now that's from the Midwest, you know, Midwestern United States? As I know there's a couple of people, there's a couple other people that watch that are. Cypher, if he's watching, lives actually not too far away from where I do. Phoenix, he was here earlier. He lives south of me a ways in Oklahoma. And there was a couple other people. There's Budman, he lives over... I know where he lives. He lives in Missouri. Module booster. What do you mean by module booster? They call Michigan Midwest. I don't know if that really counts. Michigan is closer to, you know, the Northeast and New England area. Is more content coming to Elite Dangerous? Yeah. There's the quarter 2 update, which is, you know, right around the corner sometime in the next, I'm gonna say 6 weeks or so. 6 to 7 weeks is gonna be my guess. Yeah. And actually, on that subject, I actually was talking with Will Flanagan from Frontier this morning, and he has agreed to get at least somebody from the community team to show up for an interview here on my stream at some point in the near-ish future. So probably right around the time that the quarter 2 update goes live is going to be my guess, somewhere in there, you know, plus or minus a few days one way or the other. So if you do !interview in the YouTube chat, the bot will post a link to a Google form where people can fill out, you know, write in their questions that they would like me to ask, you know, Frontier during the interview. DP says, gotta run. Oh, if you're out of here, I'll see you, man. Take it easy. Decker King of Land of the Rednecks, White Sox, and Blue Ribbon Beer. Hey! I don't know. Are you saying like White Sox is in the baseball team? Whoa! Effigy coming in with $10. Brits love Oxy too. Feels good, man. Feels good. That also mildly scared the crap out of me because I wasn't expecting that. I appreciate it though, Effigy. Nothing beats the land of IKEA. You know, we actually got an IKEA over in the Kansas City metro area. When was it? A year or two ago? Oh, it's fairly recent. I still haven't been over there to check it out though. It's turned your Chieftain into a DACA machine. Nice. You know, see, the Chieftain is more of a hybrid hull and shield tank. It's not really one. It's not purely one or the other. It's kind of a mixture. I find with the Chieftain that it's better to build the shields for resistance and use a bi-weave shield generator on it. Because that way when the shields go down, because they're gonna go down, like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They are gonna go down whether you want them to or not. It's better if they recharge quickly and come back up. You know, so then, but then you build them for resistance, so then each megajoule is technically worth more. And yeah, I don't know, that's just, the math works out in the bi-weave's favor as far as the Chieftain is concerned. Bus driver socks. I didn't realize that bus drivers had to wear white socks. Can you not wear black socks, or will you be cast out? You'll be disowned. Wouldn't that be a hell of a thing to get disowned for? You're wearing the wrong color socks, sir. We don't approve of you. Is that sockist? That sounds sockist to me. Bus driver socks and sandals. Ah! Socks and sandals. So you mean he's Linus Tech Tips. That guy has been wearing socks and sandals for years. And it's like a crime against all things fashion. Not that fashion matters a whole lot, but socks and sandals though? Really, man? And down we go. Yeah. Perfection. All right. Let's see if I even have the materials for this. I don't even. I'll be damned. I'll be able to at least get grade 4 done. I don't have the stuff for 5, but. All right. So currently, this thing's armor is at 3,419. All right, so let's remember this real quick. 3,000, 3,419. Okay, so 3,419. I'm gonna max it out as far as I can with the materials that I've got, and then we're gonna see what the difference is. Grade 1 done. Grade 2. Need one more roll on grade 2. Grade 3. Another roll on grade 3. Grade 4. Oh yeah. Come on, come on. And no, we're not quite maxed out yet. I don't have the stuff for grade 5, otherwise I'd do it. We're just gonna max out 4 real quick. Come on. There we are. Bam. Okay, we were at 3,419. Now, we're at 3,684. Not a huge jump, but still, that's enough to matter. I mean, that's what? About 260, 270? Yeah, I mean, sounds small, but it does matter. And then I'll have to get the stuff to do grade 5 and then finish the upgrade on that a little bit later on. All right. Nope. All right, we're gonna go into the hangar and then check out outfitting and see what else needs done. At least what else I can do that's not done already that I have the materials for. That's the question. Dun da 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 la la da da. Okay. I would do the multi-cannons, but I know for a fact I don't have the materials for those. At least not yet. So that's gonna have to wait. Utility mounts. I've done what I can for now. I'm gonna have to come back to those later. I've done what I can for the military grade. Oh, I know one thing that I need to do. The power plant. That's right. I forgot about. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about this guy. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to fly over to
Who does power plants, like exclusively power plants, and doesn't suck at them? Hopefully one that's closer than freaking here, Tawny. Oh, come on. Yeah, Quint. I actually do... It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, alright. Is level 2 or, you know, grade 2 or 3 mod on the power plant will do just fine. I don't need to overcharge it. That's another really good thing about the Chieftain is you really don't have to overcharge the power plant. It has more than enough capacity already. Oh, it's nice.
Restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Dun 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 dun.
Disengaging automated flight
Yeah, grade 4 would be fine.
Safe travels, Commander.
Grade 3 overcharge for this build is on a Chieftain? I'm running a grade 1 low emissions. Is it grade 1?
4.
No, it's a low emissions mod is what's on mine right now, which reduces my available power. And I still have more than enough. It feels good, man. Oh, on the Eagle. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's the one bad thing about the small ships is that it's actually not that hard to run over their available power. Especially once you start modifying things, like, ooh. Ouch, son. Ouch. That's still obscured. Feels bad, man. It's a bit too easy. I know, right? Guardian of the Gauss. Gauss? Goss? God, that still confuses me. Gauss cannon. I'm gonna keep calling it the Gauss cannon. Dadgummit. Yeah. See, that makes sense. That thing is kind of a... It's not very friendly on power.
1. Engage.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty then. And here's a fun fact for you. Okay, so who here remembers the trouble that I was having with YouTube a couple of weeks ago? You know, where the streams just weren't running very well. I know F or G's like Gauss. I've always said Gauss though. You know, for the last like 20 years. Yeah, Stutter Tube. Hey, Echo Spark, what's going on, man? Yeah, Stutter Tube, that was the thing. Now, this time, according to OBS anyway, there hasn't been one single dropped frame the entire time. Yeah. Oxy Scratch Mix streams? Yeah, something like that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, this time there hasn't been a single dropped frame, and it feels good.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, it feels good, man.
engage.
Dun 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 dun. Serious next jump? Yeah, I was really worried that YouTube's live streaming was just gonna quit working altogether. I think I'm still gonna finish setting up the dual stream thing here before too long, though. Yeah. Yes, just yeah. Hey, Shawa, how goes it, man? What are you up to?
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Dun, da, 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 da. All right. Just chilling before bed. You got work tomorrow. Feels bad, man.
Complete.
Nice, Effigy. Nice. There's something must have changed. I don't know what, but yeah. It's good though. It's very, very good.
Let's play pinball.
All right. Yeah, I think once we get down here and mod the power plant on this thing a little bit, we'll probably call it an end to today's stream at about that point. The NSA is not monitoring you today. I know, right? We'll probably call it an end to today's stream once we get this power plant modded. Yeah, we've been going for a little bit longer than... I mean, it's a little bit over 2 hours, and it's usually about the time that I call it good. Unless you... yeah. Material gathering doesn't make for the best viewing. I'll probably do that off camera, unless you guys really want me to do material gathering on stream tomorrow. I can't see that being typically, I can't see that being very exciting. Lord knows just engineering this thing is not that exciting either. Yeah, pretty much. Material gathering is not... It's not that fun. Let's be real here. Like watching mining. Yeah. Now, drunk mining is kind of entertaining to watch. And listen. And join in on. I think that's where most people draw the line now. Sober mining cannot possibly... Yeah, it's just no. I can't even stand doing it. So at least not sober. Now that you'd watch. Yeah, see, I've done drunk mining streams before. It's been a little while actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, maybe we'll have to do another one. You know what? All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. We hit my donation goal for this weekend. Between tomorrow, we hit my donation goal between. See, what is today? Thursday? Yeah. Okay. We hit the donation goal between Friday and Saturday streams. Between those 2 days. And Sunday, we'll do a drunk mining stream. I'll make it a good one, like a 4-hour long drunk mining stream. How's that? Oxy's liver takes one for the team. Yeah, that sounds about right. Face hugging asteroids while drunk mining. It depends on just how god awful I get. The couple of times that I've done drunk mining before actually turned out pretty, halfway decent for the most part. So I guess it depends. Actually, I can't say that with definitively, because I do remember there being some at least a few asteroid boops. Drunk landing stream? What do you mean, drunk landing stream? As in land in stations and or on planets whilst drunk? I do that all the time. Drunk FA off landing? Oh god. Okay. Alright. Alright. You know what? For you guys, we'll make that happen. It'll be part of the deal. It'll be part of the deal with the drunk mining stream if we make that happen. So that's the deal, guys. Drunk FA off landings and drunk mining. What could possibly go wrong? In the station? Alright, yeah, fair enough. That's the only fun way to do FA off landings anyway. Current research base. Here we come to wreck your plant. Yeah, see, looky there. Yeah, I really do need to finish modding those things. Absolutely nothing could go wrong. Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll steal a line from Plater. It's fine. We'll be fine. Whoa! Socially hazardous. Oh God, sir. All right, fair play. Fair play, sir. Fair play. Oh God. All right. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, I guess I know what's happening Sunday.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, holy crap, man. Well, all I can say is thank you, and make sure you guys are around Sunday, because, yeah, Sunday's gonna get interesting. Oh boy. Oh man, wow. Drink up, sir. I will make sure that Sunday is at least a fun one. What time? Oh, all right. Okay. I want to do at least 4 hours worth. So here's what I'm gonna do. Questions 31 through 36 have been submitted. Good Lord, Joey, you're on a roll, man. All right, so here's how this is gonna work. Sunday at 4 p.m. BST / 10 a.m. 10 a.m. U.S. Central is when I'm going to do it, because that'll give me 4 hours worth before the broadcast starts. That way, because there's a surprising amount of crossover in viewership between the people that watch my stream and say the broadcast. So I want to make sure that I at least get in a good chunk before the broadcast starts. Because then when the broadcast ends, it's kind of late at night for UK people in Europe, especially. So, yeah. 4 p.m. British summertime, and is it British Standard Time or British Summertime? I think it's summertime. But then 10 a.m. U.S. Central is when that's gonna happen. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Broadcast is gonna be fun after all that drinking. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Who hosts the broadcast? Josh Hawkins is the primary host of the broadcast, and then he's joined by Turgeon Starstone and Grey Test, and it used to be Shibuka was on there too, but he's got. He's got a very young child that he has to care for now too, because he just had a baby about a year. Has it even been a year? I don't know, but he had a baby here a little while back. And so he's not around a whole lot anymore. He does check in from time to time just to say hello and see what's up. But yeah.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Shields online. Shields offline. Power plant capacity exceeded.
Ooh, doggy.
Shields online.
This is going to be one tough power plant.
Shields offline. Power plant capacity.
Yeah, he has kind of all but vanished, but it's with good reason though too. Like I can't fault him because family is important. It really is, and he's doing his damnedest to make sure that he's there for his family. So yeah, I cannot and will not fault him for it. I mean, it sucks that he's not around, but I'm sure his family appreciates the fact that he is. Oh, there we are. So yeah, we're up to 242.82 integrity on that power plant now. Woo doggy. Yeehaw. And we have a decent bit more power than we did before too. Yeah, see, I'm unmarried and no kids, so I don't have any of that stuff to deal with, but my older brother has 3 boys. And so my nephews, they are, Jesus, they're a handful. So yeah, I get it. And I used to, I haven't done this for a while, but my nephews are in Cub Scouts, and one is going to be headed to Boy Scouts here before too long. So so I'm around for that stuff also. I actually was the den leader for the Tigers and Scouts not so long ago. And so yeah, dealing with all those kids, holy crap. Yeah, it's demanding, very draining. So I can understand why he wouldn't be around for the streams and the videos and stuff like that as much anymore. Makes perfect sense. Okay, so this power plant, we took it up to almost all the way through grade 4 on armored power plant, and it is damn near doubled its integrity, which means it is one tough sumbitch. It only gained 3.2 tons too. That's not bad. I like that. Stock power 25.2 megawatts up to 27.64, so plus 9.7%. Not bad. Hey Flynn, how goes it, man? Bottom of your boys are in their teens now. One of them plays Elite. Nice. What are you up to, Flynn? We're actually just about to call an end to today's stream. Actually, we're getting awfully close here. Nope, down we go. Yeah. I'm just gonna put some of this stuff on here that I had on the old one.
on the original Chief Beef. There we go. That's what I had on there. Dun da da da. Perfect. All right. So, yeah. Finally got home from school. At almost, what time is it for you? Is it 10:30 or 11:30? Almost. I'll be active more on the streams this summer. Nice. All right, Flynn. I did not echo. Ah. But yeah, in PvP, especially Freelancer, the power plant will be a primary target, especially on ships like this that are quote unquote vulnerable to, you know, to that. Oh, you're on CST. Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so you're in the same time zone as me. It's, yeah. How did I forget that? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is an interesting angle. No power means no offense, also means no defense. Basically means you're screwed. All right. So as I said, I am going to go ahead and call it an end to today's stream because, yeah, it's about that time. So I am going to be streaming again tomorrow and on Saturday. I'm going to start at my usual time, 2 p.m. Central, US Central, and 8 p.m. BST. So that said, guys, huge thank you to all of you that have been hanging around. Yeah, and make sure you're sticking around for Sunday as well, because Sunday we're gonna do a drunk mining stream with some drunk FA off landings, that kind of thing. And also remember, guys, !interview. The bot will post a link to the Google form for you guys to submit questions for the Frontier interview. That'll be happening at an as of yet undetermined time, somewhere plus or minus a few days around the Q2 update launch. So that being said, guys, I will see you all again tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, and I hope you all have a good one. And yeah, I will see you all again very, very soon.